Oh my gosh. Hey, 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 hey. Child, hold on. What is today? Today, ooh, it's Thursday, you guys. Listen, Linda. This is Aquarius season with like North Node Pisces, lots of Pisces. Okay. Honestly, I always have today's chart up in the background. But Spirit is, I've really been feeling doing readings for the sign. Do you remember I was doing not the signs? I'm sorry, I take that back. Doing shit. I'm sorry, y'all. Love and light. Why do I feel like, hear me out, okay, the chart is in one of these tabs, you guys. Happy Thursday. I hope you're all doing very well. Um, Please remember that if you connect with something energetically, emotionally, whatever, if you just love the vibes and you want to support me, hitting the like button is just a way to kind of align with me frequentially, to say, shout out, hello, I am in your family. We are a soul tribe, right? You guys know I will say this over and over again. I realize I didn't even light my candle. That's going to bother me. Hold on, guys. Hopefully the dogs don't bark crazy. Molina. Hold on, guys. Let me light my candle. All right. We are lit. I always wonder, can you guys hear me when I have to walk and get, like, if I'm talking? Can you guys hear me? I'm always like, do they even hear what I'm saying? I don't know. Spirit, where do we want to start? Okay. We're going to do Dirt Gems Plant Oracle, and I feel like this is going to be, oh, we did elementals. That's what I was trying to say, you guys. Sorry. I've been doing natal chart readings this morning. It's kind of been like, okay. Yeah, I was doing it by like earth, air, fire, water, right? Let's open the dirt gems. But how are you guys doing? I feel like Jupiter and Gemini. No. Okay, I'm sorry. Spirit's like, let's do a collective reading first, and then we'll get into the elementals. I like that. I was also I did a private event and offered this rose absolute, like this rose and rose hip infused oil with this beautiful, delicious organic rose hip oil. It's all been infusing and working with the sun. You put it out in the sun in the window, shake, shake, shake. Low and slow infusion is always the best way to go to get all those juicy nutrients. But woo, I just smell like rose. And it's not, if you've smelled Rose Absolute or you've smelled like a synthetic, it's a whole two different worlds. Rose Absolute, good quality, like, oh my gosh. It's giving, it's very Venusian. Okay, Venus and Aries, working with all the rose elements. I love that. Sophia Rose, this frequency, the collective. Sophia Rose. What? Why are we hearing this? Lord bless. This Piscean energy, y'all, is something else. But yeah, I was just saying, if you like, I have a private practice, and I'm not, it's really not my goal to get monetized. I just love, when you guys connect with me in that way, and energetically it gives me feedbacks, and we can kind of align with each other a lot better. Why are we hearing Sophia Rose? I'm hearing a message from the rose. Okay, mind you, let's back this out, and we'll definitely understand, of course, that Venus is now in Aries, so there's a lot of like fast, beautiful, creative, excited, but then like 2 minutes later it's fleeting, and like I don't know, why am I hearing I was just flirting? I don't know. This can be flirting with romanticism of life. This is a very beautiful energy that we can kind of glean out of Pisces energy. I do feel like when we go all the way back to having that Pisces stellium, that's going to continue to ripple out in the energetic fields because North Node will be in Pisces for 18 months. It's like a, what were we calling it? Oh, a Pisces cauldron party. Yeah, the cauldron was amped up. Remember the lightning bolts and everything, and the energy was amped up. I think that video was called Pisces Cauldron Party. I always like to just take a moment and say, can we just... It's Anne Louise Burdett. This is amazing. The book is gorgeous. And, I mean, can we just get into it, please? A shout out. No, I don't have any kind of sponsorship, but if I love a deck and I actually use it, I will share it and I will gas it up. Also, hit subscribe. Join the fam bam. Be a part of my soul tribe and family. I know that if you're here for a divine appointed reason, and we would love to have you hang out with us. Okay. Yeah, so I don't think we're going to do an elemental. We're going to start out, Spirit is saying, let's go collective. And when I refer to Spirit, I'm referring to my team, my Spirit team, my team and higher self, the divine source energy that flows through all things, Father God, Divine Mother Goddess, all the currents of the threefold, you know, rippling flames of love that connect us all through grace and compassion and healing and self-awareness. That's the vibe, okay, we flow on over here. Although I'm also very Aquarius, it's love and light with a sword. It's very like snake in the garden over here as well, okay? So we are always channeling messages of the highest and best good and harming none. We are channeling messages with the intention and the vibrational frequencies of abundance, of health, wealth, prosperity, of self-awareness, of healing, of ascension, all the things, okay? There's a tinge. I don't know. I really just wanted to elaborate the intentions. There's a tinge of, how do we say, like waviness in the collective. And I get it. I mean, it's like massive all hands on deck timeline convergence. I'm seeing all hands on deck. Hail the, I don't know. I'm seeing people on a ship and they're shouting out things, but like people who can't get, like, I don't know, who can't ride the wave. There's people falling off in the water. I'm seeing a ship. Of course, this is a very good analogy right now. I heard something like riding the boats through like Mars in Cancer waters, Cancerian waters. Some people I think are uncomfortable. Love and light, because one is a reflection of all, and we all have our own path, right? And some people who are ultimately souls, you know, working out contracts, working through past life energy, all of these, this is a very fifth dimensional perspective, right? You know, there are some, for some, it's a struggle in the Mars retrograde energy. It will continue to retrograde for a few more weeks longer and complete its journey retrograde in Cancer. This is challenging because not only is Saturn continuing to walk through the ends of Pisces throughout this year, wrapping up karmic loop. Spirit is showing me like if a tapestry was weaved, we have to trim the ends. I hear it like this. There's a lot of Spirit is saying ends being trimmed, and it's uncomfortable. Mars is in detriment in Cancer. We've talked about Mars retrograde, and I'm just feeling into it's this uncomfortable tension for some. Whereas on the flip side, people who have kind of been at this journey on their soul path for like a decade or 20 years, or, you know, I mean, girl, I don't have my Saturn return. I've done had, you know, everybody's path is different, love and light. It's not to sit in judgment. It's just to illustrate that we're in different places. We also had a conversation. Spirit is bringing me back to this. We had a conversation. This was like 2 years ago when we were, I'm hearing, we're in the thick of it. We were in the 2023 frequencies of a Cancer ruled year, of doing a lot of emotional body work and healing. Excuse me, I thought I was going to sneeze. Yeah, we were talking about, damn it, they gave me an analogy and then I thought I was going to sneeze and I lost it. Okay, well, Spirit might bring it back. It's a sink or swim kind of time. And this is going to flesh out throughout the year. So there is a tension, I think, because people are struggling. We go back and Spirit is like, did you do your homework of reparenting yourself? I hear it like this, Mars retrograde in Cancer, right? Mars beginning in retrograde. And what degree point is Mars right now? This is coming through really strong, this Mars energy. But it's probably because we've got, you know, some additional fire kind of, you know, Venus and Aries on the shadow end could be triggering that Mars placement. But I really do feel like the Pisces frequency will ripple out. Let's okay. So beautiful. Can we just, I was just showing you the box because I'm obsessed. You know, I'll sucker for a good box. Shout out to people who have Oracle and Tarot decks. I do love a good box, but the artwork is just so beautiful to me. And then not only, child, look at the box here. You get a box in a box. I felt spoiled. The color pops, you know, I know. What is the message, Spirit, today? What do we look like today? How are you doing? Okay, we have Sun conjunct Mercury. Aquarian frequencies, probably a high vibrational tier of spiritual messages to tap into. Sun is also trining Jupiter. You know, we do love that mentally expansive, that let me say, I could see some overwhelm here. I think today we need some embodiment, really this week as well. Lilith is jumping out to me. Oh, you know what? I was like, why is this Mars frequency? Lilith is square Mars, Black Moon Lilith, you know, in Libra. There's different ways to talk about Lilith in astrology, Black Moon Lilith in astrology, but I'm talking about, you know, the point and the dark side of the moon, etc., etc. If you feel called, Lilith in astrology and the different ways she comes through, Black Moon Lilith, Lilith placements, they're very fascinating to study. But I wonder if it's this Lilith energy tapping in on this square. Lilith trine the sun, Lilith square Mars, Lilith in opposition to Chiron. Very interesting. It's almost like you have the ability to see something clearly in the shadows. But if you haven't done the homework, and Spirit keeps saying the homework was reparenting yourselves. I'm hearing there's no excuse. We didn't ask for our trauma. Understand that. I mean, in a way, love and light, if you back it out to your birth chart, if you can understand in wisdom and love for all things, compassionately, you did make soul contract agreements before you incarnate here. Right? But Chiron square Mars, Mars square Lilith. But we do have the help of the sun trine Lilith. So you see what I'm saying? It's like a clarity that we can get here if we can confront something. In the mirror, I'm hearing, I'm starting with... Remember the other day, what was it? We were talking about Michael Jackson kept coming through. Don't trip down a rabbit hole and find yourself studying about a lot of things that Michael Jackson used to write about now. Wink, wink, right? Don't do that. Okay. Yeah, there's an undercurrent of shadow, and this could create tension for people. I'm really feeling. I feel especially because Lilith is in Libra, and that's where we had our south node. What's the degree mark, Spirit? 24. Whoa, okay. Sorry, I gotta put a gemstone on it, or it just feels naked and unprotected. We're just gonna take one, you guys. The 24 degree point of Black Moon Lilith. Yeah, it really feels like there was a tension for people who were either holding, I'm feeling into relationships. And that's so funny because Spirit was like, we should do a relationship reading. And I love her. I never, guys, I just don't do those. And I have a lot of my own personal reasons, but for some who are healing from leaving the south node. The very spirit is like it's very south node lessons in codependency and healing attachment, wound issues, abandonment, all these things that are in the shadow work of relationships. We dealt with that when south node was in Libra, right? And so a lot of that is still being cleared out. But I think, Black Moon Lilith, who is the shadow of the subconscious placement of the moon, and it's like in one of her aspects, right? It's very like I became the monster that I had to be to light the fucking cave up myself, and I lost my inner child back there somewhere. I hear it like this. And so Lilith, maybe you see Kali. There's a lot of different archetypes you could insert there. Dark feminine, have you done your dark feminine shadow work, the empowerment of the dark feminine in your own journey? Perhaps, right, with Mars still in retrograde, but and Venus in Aries, right? Yeah. That's interesting that we're talking about inner child, and I lit the cave up because remember we were saying Chiron squaring Mars retrograde, but Mars retrograde squaring Lilith. They're all, I'm hearing, now grab your partner, do-si-do, and round, okay? I'm hearing a shadow dance. Yeah, there's a tension. There's a tension of like, Echinacea, look at that. Does that not, it feels digestive. I don't know. Why does it feel like a little bit of chaos with Echinacea here? Which I love. I always keep on deck. I have a huge bag. I love to infuse oils with it. I love to do tea. I do lots with Echinacea is a big ally to me. Basil would probably be my number one, but let's read about this. I'm feeling into something. Is this the fire? I would not be surprised. Look, ablaze. Child, don't we know it? Here we are talking about Chiron and Aries and Venus and Aries and Mars, right? This suit that Echinacea is located in this deck is called Ablaze. The element of fire, energetic signature of heat, hot, sunny weather, metal, gold, emotion, desire, landscape. Okay, I'm seeing someone, Spirit is showing me someone's desire for you, love and light, it could be, or for the idea of you, or maybe not just you, but a connection that they can't have. I'm seeing like pushing a big mossy stone uphill, but they're never going to get to the top of the mountain. Interesting. Maybe this could be a connection from the past, love and light. It could be platonic, soulmate, twin flame, whatever these dynamics. I believe in a lot of different things, and I'm not going to debate those here today. But whatever it is that your soul made an emotional bond or a contract to experience, right, to whatever end. All of our journeys and paths are unique, and they're all necessary for the collective, right? So we all may experience an emotional bond differently that maybe we didn't attach to in a healthy way. This is, I don't know, this is something that's coming through. It's almost like you're trying to get out to the cosmic mind, to the placement of the sun, and you want to get this message from Mercury, but someone is almost trying to, I don't know, how would we say, is like tugging on your energy. Again, I see Black Moon Lilith like a scythe, and it's like the cords have already been cut. What were we saying? Trimming the weavings of the loom. We've already woven the tapestry. We got to trim the ends. It feels like maybe you've already cut cords to someone or something, or a past experience, a past relationship, a past connection. Venus is in Aries. So maybe, I don't know, maybe Venus in Aries is just coming through and kind of dominating this energy today, which is why I thought, I was like, am I hearing do a love reading? Like, what is this? But I'm just speaking on what I feel. And Venus is also conjunct Neptune right now. So that's only going to amplify that in the spiritual realms. Again, we do have North Node in Pisces. So that makes sense to me, but let's get into it. Echinacea is an island of self-sustaining form. Echinacea is the mold and the clay. We can invite this friend in as we shapeshift and change during our lives. I don't know. I'm hearing shape-shifting energy on the shadow side. like shifting shapes and an entity and energetic attachment that still wants to be connected to you. It could be through the form of a past relationship or a person. It could be, doesn't have to be. Lessons that taught you how to heal your it's like shadow lessons of Venus. I don't know, with the help of Black Moon Lilith. Yikes. Okay. Mars in retrograde. Woo. Intense. Okay. As we become new versions of ourselves or steer onto a new course, the parts we leave behind are a sort of death. There are times. Okay, now I'm seeing it's like someone's screaming, ah, like, but you can't hear. They're beating on a glass or a door or something. They can't. What is a thing you put on your hand and you're trying to crack the glass? Why am I getting that? This could be someone who again, I say someone, but remnants of cords of timelines that are closing out can feel like breaths of spirit. What are you showing me? I'm sorry. Wisps of energy that have not fully changed form yet. Sometimes they can try to reach through a person, or sometimes people may call those entities, and like, I'm trying so hard to still hold on to this form, but it's time to shapeshift. Something like this. Death. There was a reference of death. It could be Scorpio season, might be significant for someone. A Scorpio, right? Someone who has a Venus placement and a fire sign, it could be relevant. Okay. As we become new versions of ourselves or steer onto a new course, the parts we leave behind are a sort of death. There are times when we can become stuck in the middle, when we do not feel fully realized in a new sense of self, and we have not fully let go of who we once were. And Spirit is saying, or like, the people who were connected to that version of who we once were as well. This limbo can lead to imbalanced states on the physical and emotional planes. Echinacea will help smooth these transitions, acting as a bridge for your many different lives and selves. More than anything, they will aid the process of self-integration, creating the links between the gaps. I'm hearing gap year. It's almost like this year being Virgo ruled, this year being so brilliantly, but also at times super raw. It's going to be a very spiritual year. Even though we will see Neptune shift into Aries, still Saturn will still remain in Pisces. It's just, it's a certain current this year, but also a Virgo ruled year. You guys know I'm always going to give you a little bit of tarot astrology over here, okay? There's tarot, the year of 9, that's the Hermit. The Hermit is ruled by Virgo, so it's what is your health? What is your spiritual, your mental, your body, your emotional? How is your whole health? What was I saying? Oh, I was hearing gap year, and it's almost like you take a gap year to let things return to you, the year of 9. All of the energy of the triplicity returns to itself. It's like a peaceful, a meditative year, trusting your wisdom and discernment. A gap year, I don't know, I'm hearing something there. They will aid the process of self-integration, creating the links between the gaps. A year to tie up loose ends with the tapestry. Okay. Wow. Maybe someone, love and light, I'm seeing someone who feels like getting back to you. Oh, y'all, I'm going to channel it because who am I? But I'm hearing every I'll be watching you. Boom, 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 boom. But it's kind of in a creepy way. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a fan of it. Clear it. Okay, clear it. I'm not a fan. But hey, take it as you will. Okay. Once you can feel a weaving together of your many selves, you can step wholly into who you are. It's like someone thinks you're going to weave your tapestry back together and they're not in the picture. I'm not in the picture. Boom. I'm going back to this maybe was a past toxic family member, or there could be a mother and or father wounds, because we Mars retrograded in Leo and we Mars retrograded in Cancer. And you've got this dynamic of reparenting, remothering, but you have divine masculine. That can go either way, love and light. This could be trauma bonding. And again, soulmates, even sometimes twin flames. It's not always romantic. Soul contracts are very varied and different and unique in their nature and their form and their purpose. You're gonna weave this tapestry back together. I'm not gonna be in it. I don't know, something like this. You can move freely into new states you are meant to inhabit and not be forever stuck untangling parts of yourself that are no longer relevant. It's like cut the cord. Weren't we channeling a song that one other time? Cut the cord. And I was telling y'all about Shinedown, but you're going to put your Humpty Dumpty had a great fall and all the king's horses and all the king's men. They actually put him back together again. I hear it like this. But someone is like, are you putting yourself back together without me? Okay, love and light. That it feels that if there is a past, whether it's an energetic frequency, an entity, a trauma bond, or just a past person, platonic or romantic, love and light, there was a reason, South Node Libra, that this disconnect happened. It feels like someone is not very mentally stable, and that's not to invoke fear. It's just for awareness, okay? I don't like the way that this frequency is coming through. But maybe this is confirmation for someone. You know what? I wasn't fucking crazy back there. Yeah. For many, moving into a new sense of self can come out of necessity, violence, or hardship, which can make, and I feel you, me too, friend, hashtag me too, me too. I have other chapters of stories I don't always talk about, so I feel you. Which can make this transition or the state of between even more challenging. This can lead to infections, disease, depression, and general lower function of the body and mind. Please take care of yourself. It is a Virgo ruled year. I would love to do a reading for you if you want to dig into what does that look like for me in my chart. Or I don't even know about my chart. Where do we get started together? Please send me an email. Go to my website. I would love to work with you. I would love to teach you, like, Virgo rules the 6th house. Let's dig into your 6th house. Let's see what's there. Do you need help working through the trauma bonding of that relationship? I would love to look at your birth chart and partner with you. Whatever the work may be, I would love to help because I have fucking been there. Child, Lord. Ooh-wee. Local Aquarius astrologer over here. Child, I have been there. Okay, how you think we get this good? Is this like, what is it? You're so funny. Thanks. It's the trauma. Okay, no. I'm trying to get to know myself more and more and more because of these moments. Listen, just trust me. You're not alone, okay? Let's start. Spirit said, let's go back. For many, moving into a new sense of self can come out of necessity, violence, and hardship. Spirit says, I don't want you to dream your Pisces North Node dreams out of that space. I want you to heal. But we've got to change some things about how we do things, our routine. Spiritual hygiene is super important when you think about the axis of Virgo between Pisces, daily spiritual hygiene and routines. We got to clear the fuck out of the space. I don't know. I hear it like this and I feel it. Okay. For many, moving into a new sense of self can come out of necessity, violence, or hardship, which can make the transition or state of between even more challenging. This can lead to infections, dis-ease, depression, and generally a lower function of body and mind. Invite Echinacea in to guide you through this process. Echinacea will not only act as a signpost for this journey, but as a ladder, a bridge, a gate, a key, and the medicine required to weave you back into a state of wholeness, face to face with who you become. Weave you back? We can't talk about the tapestry? I'm so excited, friend, for what Spirit is weaving with you. And in fact, you are Spirit. You and Spirit and Great Source are one. So why would you not weave a beautiful masterpiece out of yourself? Like you're the weaver. You see what I'm saying? But weaving's not easy. It's a process. And you learn. And I bet you fuck up the color sometimes. And you're like, shit, I thought I was following the pattern, but the pattern looked different. Or you get what I'm saying? I learned new techniques. So let's weave it differently. And we totally can. We totally can. Let me make a note because I am going to be, I have an infusion going on where I'm making a balm. I make balms. So shout out, comment below if you've ever had my balms, but I'm working on, I already have a holy basil infusion going on, but I'm going to add things to it. And then basically I have very delicious, very organic, high quality butters that I like to use. And the balm you can use for meditation. You can here, look, I got a lot. Your girl got a lot of tattoos. I love to put my balms on my tattoos. What was the one that I made, you guys? Was it the fall, y'all, or the end of the summer? Was it the fall, y'all? Or the end of the summer? Hold on, let me write this down because I want to add it. I have Echinacea. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll have like a master infusion as a base. My favorite organic, everything always organic with me, child. Don't even worry. I don't play like that. But I love to work with sweet almond oil. But I'll have like a master infusion. And at the end, when I'm warming and melting everything, I'll infuse it with other herbs. So if Spirit's like, ooh, let's do a little of this and let's do a pinch of this. I'm also going to do, I think I wrote this down already, but skull cap. Anyway, I would love to put my balm in the shop. I don't really think it's going to be ready until later at the end of February because I'm going to be out of town for my birthday. But anyways, I need to update the shop. Be looking at the shop because I do plan to get those Year of the Dragon candles up, and I have a beautiful offering from my friend to partner with those. So I'm super excited about those. Spirit, okay, what else do we need to hear? What else do we need to see? Black Moon Lilith, codependency, trauma bonding, clearing our spiritual vision. Okay. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Team. 10 of Cups. Okay, what is it when you think about reweaving that tapestry? What is it that you think about? Everybody's 10 of Cups doesn't look the same, and that's what makes us, thank you, Spirit, that's what makes us being in this collective unique and beautiful. Okay, 10 of Cups. What is your wholeness? If you let your heart just really fucking expand, if you were connected in the most divine way, what would that look like? For some, you might be like, I'm going to be in an RV, and honestly, I like to be alone, but I really do love to divinely connect with my animals. Maybe that's your 10 of Cups, and that's fucking amazing. Maybe it is a car and a picket fence and 4 kids and what, you know what I'm saying? And all of those are divinely coded so perfectly. And we can love and celebrate all of our 10 of Cups. There's something like this. What Humpty Dumpty did put himself back together again. It's kind of like you teaching yourself with a Chariot here. Perhaps you learned a lot of lessons that taught you about divine balance and harmony. That is a huge theme that keeps coming up in so many different ways in the collective right now. The Chariot makes me think of how our soul's chariot, if you study the deeper, the more occulted meaning, the Chariot has a lot to do with like your Merkaba and astral travel and being able to travel after you've done the work of balancing your divine masculine, divine feminine. I'm seeing the Star of David. We've got to get them all moving in the same direction here. I'm hearing like this. Harnessing opposite forces means you had the courage, you had the discipline to say either A, man, I was fucking weaving in the wrong ass direction here. Or maybe I had people in my Chariot. They had no business being in my Chariot. They didn't want the same cups I wanted. Hell, I don't know. I'm seeing somebody like stealing cups off the back of your Chariot. You're not even looking. They're drinking your cups. No, that's okay. We face our, I'm hearing, okay, this card is really big about opposing forces and learning to balance. Just like I was just saying about the Star of David. But when we go back to the chart, again, what were we talking about? We were talking about squares, which create a sort of, I don't want to say a gridlock. I mean, they're not quite, thank you, Spirit. That's interesting. This came out in another reading, Seven of Swords, and the teaching, okay. This came out. Okay, so the Chariot makes me think of balancing, right? Blowed. Okay, also, hello, Cancer element, Mars and Cancer. We said, wow, Mars is just all over this today. Mars squaring Chiron. What were we saying? No, we were saying Chiron squaring Mars, and Mars is squaring Black Moon Lilith. This tension of balancing. reparenting yourself means you got to understand the inner child before you can try to even reparent it, because what good is that going to do you, you know? I'm also thinking about, sorry. So with the Seven of Swords, I'm thinking about how I was discussing with someone that the story goes two camps were at war. So they sent their best little sleight of hand, magical love and light, for all intents and purposes, we'll say, this beautiful lady. She was very tricky, you know, she's got this Stevie Nicks vibe, just like a white wind. They were like, you're going to go very blatantly, okay? Everyone's going to see you in the light of day. You're going to cross over to the other camp, and you're going to be very trickster, tricky, magical, witchy, twirl with your cape, make a show, right? Sleight of hand type of illusion magic, steal their swords, okay? And then come back. It's about sleight of hand. It's about illusion and disillusion. This can be, maybe you were disillusioned, that this can very much be a trauma bond. But the moral of the story with the Seven of Swords is that because she had the bravery to be the trickster, she kept the two camps from going to war. I mean, she did steal the swords, but it's almost like she played a role in a bigger picture. I don't know. It's almost like if you didn't go through the lessons with this toxic, with this trauma bond, with this, maybe you could say it was codependency, right? We have a whole list, and we're all, every day I feel like we all get more and more educated on understanding those unhealthy attachments, those things going on in relationships. And whether it is me, I had to learn a lot of lessons about myself. Oh shit, it's not healthy for me to do this to people or connect this way. Or maybe someone taught you a very uncomfortable lesson. Maybe they did steal your cups. Maybe you thought, I carried them all this fucking way on my chariot, and are you really telling me they were draining my essence? I don't know. I'm hearing, you know, your emotional, it's like emotional vampirism. I don't know. I'm seeing this, like this guy turning around, he's winking, and he's like, it's like he's throwing one back. I was drinking her cups the whole time. She didn't even know. I don't know where the voice is coming from, but that's how I hear it. You're going to put the whole tapestry back without me. Oh, there's anger. But it's a frequency. And it's playing out like a damaged inner child, and it's seen and it's heard, and then it's going to go pass on into a new energetic form. And that's how a lot of these frequencies are going to do. I hope that makes sense to you, because I'm hearing he didn't know love and light, gender roles, as you will. I'm talking about energetic frequencies. He didn't know. You didn't have to steal cups from people to get love. You know what I mean? That's what he thought. Okay. And that's someone else's shadow work to do. It's something about Seven of Swords here with the Chariot and the Ten of Cups. It's something about you had to be brave to understand the trickster, because that whole cycle came to teach you a lesson about yourself. And now you're, what are the lyrics to that song? Just like a white wing dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, yeah, ooh. What's the song, y'all? You know what comes to mind as I'm channeling and as we're talking about these cards with that song is how Stevie would talk about it was terrible, and he would, just the whole dynamics of how bad shit was between them while they were performing, and she was being magical, and what a mess, right? Just like the white-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Okay, we know, everybody knows that iconic entrance. And the days go by like a strand in the wind. In the web that is my own, I began again. What in the web? Not the weaving, not the divine web. We were talking about the tapestry, okay? In the web that is my own, I begin again. Said to my friend, baby, everything stopped. Nothing else mattered. He was no more than a baby then. Well, he seemed brokenhearted. Why do I feel like, is this a person in an inner child? He, she, them, they, you know what I'm saying? I love everybody over here. However you identify, make it fit where it fits. Don't force anything. Always trust your own highest and best good intuition. It's a collective reading. All right, saying all those disclaimers. Look, is this someone's inner child? You couldn't, I'm hearing you couldn't have reparented them. That's a work we have to do for ourselves. He, she, them, they. You know what I'm saying? Sir, ma'am, bro, sis, take it as you will. It's like, were you reparenting the inner child there? No, that wasn't your work to do. Your work was to learn how to drive your own Merkaba, learn how to shapeshift and transmute and do your own alchemical work. All of it was necessary. I'm hearing like this. He was no more than a baby then. Well, he seemed broken-hearted, something within him. But the moment that I first laid eyes on him all alone on the edge of 17, just like a white-winged dove. Well, I went today. Maybe I will go again tomorrow. Yeah, well, the music is there. Well, it was hauntingly familiar. Well, I see you doing what I try to do for me with the words from a poet and a voice from a choir and a melody, and nothing else mattered. The clouds never expect it when it rains, but the sea changes colors, but the sea does not change. What? You know, an interesting shadow side teaching that we learned when we were studying the thought decks and everything, the deeper occulted sides of the tarot, right? Because I've been studying this stuff since I was like 16, family, you know what I'm saying? Another side of this card is that it was all temporary. I heard, it was all a dream. No. The water, how do we say, the light going through the cups, reflecting through the water made a rainbow, and it was beautiful as it was. I'm just channeling Spirit of saying, it was beautiful as it was, but it was temporary. It was never that we would have gotten caught up in the disillusionment. It was very shadow Pisces, very shadow Neptune as well. But it served its purpose. I don't know, something like this. You have to come back to your own Merkaba. You got to come back to your own Chariot now. I don't know. One person being called one way, one another. Could be if you resonate. This feels love-ish, reading-ish, relationship-ish. Take it as you will. But in twin flame journeys, sometimes it's never the destiny and the fate to really sever the cord. It's just you go about a different cycle now. I heard I had to trick you for a reason. That sounds so fucking toxic, but it's like you agreed to learn a lesson. The contract is complete, though. A 10 on the board. Completion. The clouds never expect it when it rains, but the sea changes colors. This could be people who are in separation, oceans apart. I don't know. The sea does not change. It's like it doesn't change. I don't know. It's almost like you can connect through a frequency. I don't know. Something like this. So with the slow, graceful flow of age, I went forth with an age-old desire to please on the edge of 17. The chorus is between. I'm just not going to keep reading. Just like the white-winged dove sings songs, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, dun, dun. It makes me think of how the dove is on the Ace of Cups. Very interesting. Suddenly there was no one left standing in the hall in the flood of tears that no one really ever heard fall at all. Well, I went searching for an answer up the stairs and down the hall, and not to find an answer, just to hear the call of a night bird singing, come away. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's this vibe. You're going to reweave this tapestry without me? And it could be a mother-daughter, mother-father, father. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Take it as you will. The bond that was, and had to be severed, this is what is coming through. Because the Chariot is like, you know what? I discipline myself to go in a different direction now, and I have to go this way, and I have to be convicted to go this way. This could also, love and light, I'm just going to call it how I see it on a very mundane level. Someone trying to travel back towards you. Okay, take it as you will. Leave what does not resonate. Don't try to make things fit into your life. That's not a healthy way to experience channeled divination or a reading or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Someone wants to come back towards you with a haste because they thought, I'm hearing it like this, you was going to still be looking like poor Humpty Dumpty. Couldn't get put back together again. I don't know. I see that. Love and light. I heard jokes on you. You wove a whole new tapestry. Okay. I was determined. I said, you know what? I set my resolve to go in a different fucking direction. And that's where I went with the utmost clarity. I hear like, no, I wasn't going to only be stuck in the mud for so long. I'm not quite sure how you saw that. Cancer could resonate, a Pisces could resonate, a Leo could resonate, an Aquarius could resonate. Take that as you will, of course. Stay moving with clear, confident direction on the path that you're on. I hear it like this, definitely. The wheel turned in your favor. The cycle was complete. I'm here, but not with any lack of hard work on your part. You dang right. Thought you was good. Look, not in my soul family, not in my soul tribe, not over here. You thought you were going to come back? Whether it was a friend, whether it was a toxic family member, whatever the emotional bond in that cycle that taught you, we ended South Node in Libra. It's okay to understand, you guys, as one movement shifts into place and another one continues to leave. It takes time for things to kind of flow down through the ethers, you know what I'm saying, as we process the experience. So it's only natural that South Node in Libra, some of these relationship-related attachments are still going to linger. Because in a timeline convergence of like massive energy shifts, this is what we're in 2025. And it's real as fuck. It's hard. The energy wants to hang on. Boom. Another 10 on the board. 10, 10. That is big clearance, new vision. I can't. You know what I mean? I couldn't carry it all for us that whole time. Oh, shit. Spirit is bringing a Taylor Swift song through. What is it called? Dun, dun. Dun, dun. So long, London, y'all. So long, London, you'll find. So long, London. God dang, have y'all heard that song? Hold on. I saw in my mind fairy lights through the mist. I kept calm and carried the weight of the rift. I pulled him tighter each time he was drifting away. Drifting away. My spine split from carrying us up the hill. Wet through my clothes, weary bones caught the chill. I stopped trying. Anyway, I'm not going to sing the whole thing. I stopped trying to make him laugh. Stopped trying to drill the safe. Thinking how much sad did you think I had? Did you think I had in me? Oh, the tragedy. So long, London. London might be resonant. So long, London, you'll find someone. That would be an ocean from us, wouldn't it? I mean, love and light doesn't have to be. It can be past life energy. Mars retrograde in Cancer can definitely be past life. Pisces, Neptune vibration, Saturn closing out these karmic cycles. It definitely could be past life. I didn't opt in to be your odd man out. I founded the club she's heard great things about. I left all I knew. You left me at the house by the heath. I stopped CPR. After all, it's no use. The spirit was gone. We would never come to. And I'm pissed off you let me give you all that youth for free. For so long, London, stitches undone. 2 graves, 1 gun. I'll find someone. And you say I abandoned the ship, but I wasn't going. Such a good song, y'all. It makes me want to cry. And you say I abandoned the ship, but I wasn't going down with it. My white knuckle dying grip holding tight to your quiet resentment. And my friend said, it isn't right to be scared every day of a love affair. Every breath feels like the rarest air when you're not sure if he wants to be there. So how much sad did you think I had? Did you think I had in me? How much tragedy? Just how low did you think I'd go before I'd self-implode? Before, oh God, you swore you loved me, but where were the clues? I died on the altar. Y'all, it's so deep. If it resonates, listen to So Long London. But I don't know, that is coming through. It's like, you can't, you know, I've got other ships. I'm hearing it like this. I've got other ships that are coming in. You know what I mean? Like, I did the trick. I flipped it. I put them on the Chariot and everything, okay? 10 of Cups, you know what I mean? Walking as the inner child like a little baby in my hand, but I can't. This is like, it's very, the karmic cycle is complete. Like, I've learned the lesson. I'm signing up for new visions. I can't keep carrying it. This is what's coming through. Let's see if there's anything else. because you were able to release energy currents and open yourself, you can now have new opportunities to meet you, new ships coming in. You see that? Meditation is super important right now, you guys, so we can kind of clear the frequencies, having good spiritual hygiene, being mindful of moving your body, mindful movements, yoga, qigong, all these. Look at this. Not us talking about, yeah, healing, meditation, renewal of faith. It's very important to activate the new light seeds that were planted so that we can receive these new visions where it's forward movement. I don't like that glare. Okay, I can't fix it. It's bugging me, though. But yeah, this is what I have. Take good care of yourself, okay? Take good care of your personal healing. There's a lot of visions to open up. There's a lot of forward movement in these cards, okay? So let the cycles complete themselves and just have good wisdom and discernment and energetic boundaries, okay? I love you guys. I look forward to tapping in and doing the elementals, the fire signs, earth signs, water signs, air signs. We were doing that for a while, and then, like, you know, it was holiday season, and then boom, your girl bumped her head. So yeah, I love you guys. Take good care of yourself today. All right, we'll check in soon. Bye.